most cases, people would opt out, right? Most ordinary users do not see the benefit of being tracked. This is truly the best of times, or it could be the worst of times. And today in this video, I'm going to be showing you how we scaled even harder than before. And if you want to be able to profitably run ads after this whole Apple iOS 14 update, then this video is going to be one of the most important videos that you'll ever watch on Facebook ads, to see why most marketers are doing it wrong, why most marketers are panicking in a state of fear, and how literally overnight profitable campaigns became unprofitable, and why when you understand these different hacks that you can model and apply immediately, you'll be able to make a huge shift in your campaigns. And why is it that even after these updates, we are still scaling very hard and these campaigns are still extremely profitable. Okay, so let's begin. I'm going to start off, let me just quickly kind of refresh the numbers here a little bit. Now, first thing I'd like you to notice is, if you're new to this channel, first of all, everything that we reveal here is not theory. A lot of people talk about theory. We literally show you exactly what's been happening. And this literally this month, in the last 28 days, you can see that we've spent about, on this ad account right here, we have spent about 150 grand. And can you imagine if for every dollar you spend, imagine if you could get back $7 in return in ad spend? How would that change your business model, right? Today, I want to be able to show you exactly how you can make that happen, and why, when you understand these principles, you'll be able to significantly drive down your ad cost and increase your margins when all other marketers are saying, this is the end of Facebook ads, it's all over, and what it is that you can be doing. And if this is something that you are serious about, be sure to subscribe to the channel if you are new. Okay, so let's begin. So let's talk about the different things that you could be doing. Okay, now the first one is audiences. So when it comes to audiences, you're gonna notice that post update, audiences across the board, they all shrank. Why? Because in most cases, people would opt out, right? Most ordinary users do not see the benefit of being tracked. Whenever somebody sees a pop-up on an app that says, hey, would you like to be tracked? Most cases, most people without even thinking, just say, I don't want to be tracked. So because of that, audiences are going to be a lot smaller. So what this means is website retargeting versus email list retargeting is going to be very different. Now this means that if you are retargeting people that visited a specific page or app, then chances are you'll no longer be able to track them anymore. Why? Because these people opted out of being tracked from the app or from the site. So what it is that you want to be able to do instead is, what's going to work better is retargeting via your email list. So that means things like your lookalike audiences. So for example, take a look at this, right? So you'll see here that one of the things we do is we update our email list, okay? And what we do is we upload our list of buyers or people that have bought our stuff or opted in or registered for our webinars. And what we did is we created, you'll notice that all these lookalike audiences, they're now at 10% lookalike. Why? Because audiences across the board are smaller, and we want to be able to increase the audience size because most of them has shrank by at least half because most people opt out. And you want to be able to retarget based on email. So go ahead and upload your emails that you might have. So what does this mean? Okay, let me just head over to the whiteboard for a second, because when it comes to lookalike audiences and retargeting, it's always, gold in, gold out. You put crap in, you get crap out, right? So what we want to be able to do is we want to be able to get our hottest, in fact, it's the other way around. In fact, it would look something like this. Right at the top, this would be your best audiences. Your best audiences, what would it look like? It will look like your buyers. Okay, so you're going to upload your list of the people that's bought from you in the past. If you don't have that, then you're going to upload emails of people that must opted in the past. Maybe they are webinar registrants. Maybe they are people that opted in for your lead magnet. And then only then, your lookalike for people that is a slightly better audience is lookalike on people that might have visited your funnel. Okay. And then only if they've engaged with your page, if they liked, commented, or shared your stuff. Okay, so what you're going to do in order to combat this change, number one, I'm going to be showing you a lot of different hacks here. Number one is these two audiences, which is from email, is definitely going to outperform audiences that has visited a specific page. Okay, so that's number one. You are going to upload this and you're going to create a lookalike of 10% so that you increase the audience size now that most audiences have become a whole lot smaller. Okay. Then after that, that brings us to number two. Let me just quickly share my screen again. And number two is to reduce the amount of ads in your ad group. Okay, so for example, if you take a look at all of my different campaigns, if we were to go to an ad group, so for example, let's take a look at this one. Okay, so you take a look at this campaign right here, you'll see that in this campaign, okay, we spent about $260 over here in this campaign. But all these campaigns, you're gonna see that the ads in here, I don't have a whole lot of ads. We have decreased the amount of ads in each campaign. As you can see over here, there's like 4 of them. And inside these campaigns, we keep the amount of ads in the ad groups small in order to be able to track a whole lot better. Okay, so that's number two. Reduce the amount of ads that you have in your ad groups, which brings us to then number three. Now, if you take a look at each of these ads, the next one is video ads is going to outperform image ads. Now, from when it comes to scaling. Now, there's a good chance that if you were to take an image ad versus a video ad at a very small budget, targeting a small group of low-hanging fruit, hot audiences, there's a good chance that image ads might perform a video ad, but at scale, if you want to be able to scale to $1,000, $3,000, $5,000, $10,000 a day, you're going to realize that video ads will outperform image ads at scale. Now, why is that the case? Here's why. Because if I were to, remember, audiences are a lot smaller now, so this means that the next hack is you want to be able to make sure that your thumbnail, okay, so take a look at this. My thumbnail in each of these videos, I'm always selecting like some sort of, sometimes I want to think about if I can utilize a prop. I want to be able to have something that makes it stand out. So if you are teaching, like if there's some sort of framework, you'll notice that in this thumbnail here, what we did is we purposely made it so it's like it's step 3. Step 3 is convert. And now a person that's taking a look at this is going, I wonder what step 1 and 2 is, right? It makes a person want to click on this ad. Why? Because there's a prop. It feels like there's a framework. And because it kind of teases people that it's step 3, the odds of somebody wanting to click to find out what step 1 and 2 is going to be a lot higher. So this increases the click-through rate, the amount of clicks, that decreases ultimately the cost per lead or the cost per sale. Okay, so that's the thumbnail of the video, and that's why video ads are absolutely crucial in order to avoid a specific ad from fatiguing out and having the same audience see the same ad over and over again. And that's why we have a lot of different ads that is spread out across different campaigns so that we can rotate. That minimizes ad fatigue. Okay, and that brings us to the next point, which is absolutely huge. It's probably one of the most important ones. And the next one is to smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm. Guys, if you're enjoying this video so far, let me know in the comments below what are some of your biggest takeaways, some of the things that you can apply. And as you know, in our previous videos, one of the things that we always do is we choose 1 to 3 different random comments for either commenting early for the best quality comment, for tickets to our events, tickets to our training worth over $2,000. So if you want to be in the running for that, just comment below. Let me know what your biggest takeaway is. Type in run Facebook ads together with your biggest takeaway. Do smash the like button. This helps the channel out, and subscribe to the channel if you want more videos just like this one. Okay, so back to this. What is a really crucial piece that is going to be really important, especially after this update. I'm talking about going back to the basics. Now, what does it mean by going back to the basics? You see, for the longest time, when it comes to online marketing, building up a page that's similar to this one, which is known as an opt-in page or a lead magnet, has been really important. But one of the things about this type of page is it stopped being as popular, and a lot of people started running ads straight to the offer page, which has been very common, which is what I've done for a really long time. But here's the problem. The problem is, if you have a new campaign, and because now it takes longer for the Facebook algorithm to learn, and because the attribution window, and I don't want to go into the tech over here, the technicalities, is a lot shorter, it's going to be harder for the Facebook AI to trigger a conversion at the start. So what does this mean? It means, like, for example, I have this offer here, which is basically a live event, or rather a virtual event, teaching people how to conduct virtual events based on my experience of running live events. Now, this offer over here is an offer that has been very successful, attracting high-level clients who want to become speakers or doing virtual events. And when I ran ads to this offer initially, when this offer was fairly new, it took Facebook quite a while to learn. Why? Because when it's an offer, triggering a conversion is a lot harder than triggering a conversion for a lead. Okay, so what does this mean? It means that after this update, because it's harder for a Facebook conversion to learn, there's an opportunity. Why is there an opportunity? And why do I say that it could be the best of times or the worst of times? It is because right now, people don't understand this technique. A lot of people are seeing the spike in the cost per lead and the cost per sale, and that's when they quit. And when advertisers quit, what happens? It means that demand is going down, and when demand falls, guess what? Guess what happens to the price point when demand falls? Naturally, the price of ads is going to decrease. Now, that is why it's an opportunity. So right now, it means that if you understand what to do, and I know that, we always hear this word, oh, you're gonna pivot. That's why when you start implementing these strategies, you're gonna realize that it could be the best of times. So what does this mean? It means that rather than sending traffic straight to the offer, there is big and huge potential payoff in making a shallower conversion. And a shallower conversion just means a simple opt-in page just like this one. So why is this a shallower conversion? Here's why. If you take a look at this, it says, discover the proven 35-point checklist to launch, sell out, and close high-ticket products or services. And what does it say here? It says, enter your details below to see for yourself why virtual events are the new massive money maker, right? So this tells me, or rather it tells Facebook, if somebody opts in here, that there's a good chance they're into virtual events, right? This page is disqualifying and it is helping me see who the people are that's opting in, because if they're opting in, it tells Facebook, it tells machine learning, it tells the AI that chances are they're into virtual events. If not, they wouldn't be opting in, because it literally says here, enter your details below to see why virtual events are the new massive money maker, right? So if somebody opts in, it tells me and it tells Facebook there's a conversion, and Facebook, through a larger sample size, is able to determine, based on all these people that's opting in, what are the different commonalities that these people have. And over a large sample size, Facebook, from the friends they have, the interest, the books, the people they follow, and all of the data that they have on us, is able to see, oh, wait a second, it looks like this person is probably somebody that's interested in speaking and doing events, right? And because of that, now, remember, gold in, gold out, my lookalike audiences, based on my list, remember, point number 1 that I talked about at the start of this video, this is why I'm now able to feed the algorithm more data based on the qualification we gave Facebook when a person opts in, right? So now, rather than sending people straight to the offer, which is what this page is, right? Rather than sending people straight to this offer page, what I'm doing now is I'm sending people here so that the Facebook pixel learns first, and I'm able to create lookalike audiences of this list, right? And then only when I have a large enough sample size of lookalike audiences of quality, that is when I can start sending people straight to the offer page. Does that make sense? And that is what I want you to be able to start seeing. And when you start doing this, you're going to realize that that is how you start decreasing the cost per lead as well as the cost per sale. That's going to enable you to really scale hard. And that is why we're still able to spend over 6 figures a month across the board, across our different funnels, even when it's the worst of times for a lot of marketers that is cutting back. And while most people are cutting back, that is when we are scaling even more aggressively. Which brings us to the last piece of the puzzle. Last piece of the puzzle is probably the most important. And well, I'm hesitant because like this whole thing is not going to do justice if I just spent 3 minutes on it. But this is the short answer. The short answer is the conversion API, or CAPI for short. And basically with conversion API, you know what, guys? Let's do a separate video on this so that we can go really in depth. But it's basically this. If you want to be able to track your numbers a whole lot better, conversion API is going to make a huge difference. And I'm going to shoot a separate video that's going to take us deep into how CAPI is going to help you scale your campaigns, reduce your ad cost, and scale your current campaigns to the moon. And if that's something you want to be able to do, be sure to subscribe to this channel so that you'll be notified the moment we drop that video. And if you truly want to get good at this skill set when it comes to running ads, be sure to binge watch this entire playlist that's going to appear in front of your face in about 5 seconds from now. Here we go, 5, 4, 3, 2.